Super Cheap Auto kindly offered me a 36-inch tool cabinet to review, and my mother said never look a gift horse in the mouth. So what I'm going to be looking at today is this unit here. That's what's in this box, and I've also got this unit sitting out on the drive. Awfully heavy, and this one's 44 kgs. I was going to sit it on top of the box for the opening video, but it's too heavy. I'll get this box off first and unwrap them and put them together, and then we'll have a look and we'll compare it to the last ToolPRO model of tool cabinets. So there they are. It's a bit of a beast. Measurement wise, this is almost 1500 high, and the base part, if you just were buying this base unit, you're looking at just over a meter high. And when you put the lid up, the nice gas struts, the lid gets her up to 1900, just over 1900 high. So let's have a wee look here. It's hard to get all this on the film because it's so wide. This is the 36-inch wide model. Top you have 4 drawers, and the drawers have a sort of self-closing function there, where they sort of pull themselves in tight, which makes it a lot easier if you're going to lock compared to the previous model. The previous model is this one here. Super Cheap Auto just stopped selling this. My wife bought this recently, and the differences are this new model has a pegboard on the end. Doesn't come with any pegs, you have to get them yourself, but they're dirt cheap on the old interweb, places like Trade Me and eBay and stuff. So it's got that on both ends. Oh, it's banged my head. On both ends of the cabinet, on both parts of the cabinet, top and bottom. Top has 4 drawers here, as you can see. I'll put the model numbers for these in the description below. And 5 drawers on the bottom. The drawers are slightly different to this one in size. If you have a look there, you've got one small one at the top and then 4 deep drawers that are all the same size. This one has 3, and then the bottom one a bit bigger. And the bottom one fits in tools that I couldn't fit in my wife's one. Another new feature that this Edge version has over the previous model is these 2 holes in the back here. Now these are for putting cables through if you want to use this as a charging station, or you want to put lights up here or radio or something. You've got that access for power points, and I will set that up very shortly. Whereas this previous model doesn't have that. Also a much lower, smaller area here, and it has this lip on the front, whereas this one is open. I think the open is much better personally, especially with something this high, because this is quite high here. I mean, if you were like 5 feet tall, you'd be looking at it like this. They're pretty big units. So let's set this up, and I'll put my ToolPRO 18V tools in here. This is the handle. I don't think I'll be putting the handle on. Comes with 4 swiveling casters, 2 of which lock, unlike the previous model which had 2 swiveling locking casters and 2 stationary casters. So the main differences between the old and the new: swiveling casters all around, drawers that pop in by themselves, a deeper drawer on the bottom, more space on the top, access to power points there, and I think that's about it. Oh, and the pegboards on the end. So those are the differences from the old model to the new model. Now these are really good price if you can get them. Super Cheap Auto have so many sales at like 50% off. So they've got one actually running right now when I'm filming this. Whether it's still running when it goes online, I'm not sure, so don't hold me to that. But they have 50% off sales on these all the time, which makes them real good value. I'm going to set up this top now to look, well, like this. Charging station all set up. Got my 2 ToolPRO chargers there, the batteries minus the one that's on this light at the moment, giving me my lighting for this video. And sorry Super Cheap, But a Makita one on the end there, just to show you how much you can fit in there. So that'll be good. I can put my ToolPRO stuff, my Makita stuff, all in the one cabinet there, and I can just pull the lid down, keep the dust off it, which is something I have a big problem with, getting too much dust inside my chargers and stuff. Now let's have a look in the drawers. So if you want to know how deep these are to fit your tools in, this bottom drawer, one drawer at 175mm, these three are approximately 145mm deep. This one is 65mm deep, and these four here on the top unit are all around 40mm deep. Now once you've got all your expensive tools in your cabinet, I've actually now added a Hilty Charger in the back there. Got a charger from area to put my phone when I'm down here. You can lock these cabinets, both of them locking. These ones both have different keys. If you lose the keys, the number for the key is on the lock, so you can go to your local Supercheap Auto, tell them the number, and they can order you another key in case you lock all your stuff in there, can't get it back out. Let's have a look what's in the drawers. Here is my ToolPRO 18V range of tools, minus my miter saw, which doesn't fit in here obviously. My angle grinder, brushless angle grinder, brushless impact wrench, brushless hammer drill, and the impact driver and jigsaw. So I've had these tools, I'm not sure how long now. Some of you will have seen the reviews I've done on them, so I'll give you a quick update just on how they're doing over time. This one I use a lot. I love it. I think it's a great angle grinder. Just bear in mind, everybody, these are DIY home gamer type tools, not designed for the trade. But having said that, the angle grinder, I love it. I use it more than my Makita one. So these, out of these tools, the angle grinder and the impact driver I use the most. I didn't like the Jigsaw at first, but it's growing on me. It has pretty much the same features as some of the big boy tools. It's got the fine cut modes on here, so you've got your oscillating, so it goes back and forward. You've got the 3 different settings for those, so that's good. You've got the lock trigger there. It's a bit basic looking on the front here, but it does the job quite adequately. The hammer drill, also quite a handy little drill. It's for a hammer drill, it's quite light. It's got a metal chuck. Yeah, it's not a bad little tool, and very handy to have around the shop. But yeah, my favourite, definitely the angle grinder. It's on par with a far more expensive tool, so very good. Just be careful though, if you do go to buy one of these from Supercheap, they've got two different models. This is the brushless one. It's slightly bigger looking, slightly longer, and a bit more ergonomically shaped. It's classed as a 125mm, whereas the old brushed version, they still sell those, which is 115mm. It's slightly shorter, so, and yeah, slightly less grunt than that one. So there's my tools and how they're all coming along. None of them have given me any grief. They've all been very handy. While I'm doing ToolPRO updates, this is my 18V miter saw. I love it. It's a cool little saw. It's so light and easy to just carry around. Great for doing decking, stuff like that, fencing and decking, and it's just great. The dust bag is useless, but apart from that, like every time you pull it down like that, all the dust falls out. But apart from that, it's a very handy, very useful little tool. But I think Supercheap has stopped doing it. Seems a shame. When I say that the angle grinder was my favourite tool, actually it's probably these. Well, these ones get used the most. These are the ToolPRO 18V lights, LED lights, and I've got a couple of those. I use them all in all my videos now for my filming lights, and very, very handy, very good value. Yeah, great little lights. It's been a couple of weeks and the cabinet is in its final position, for the time being at least, and I have to say it's got pretty good sound. I have a speaker in there, and even with the lid down, you know, sounds pretty good, which has been quite good. Just a simple little speaker like that. And even in it there, sound reverberates around quite nicely. In different positions, it sounds quite cool. Anyway, let's go through the drawers and I'll just show you what I've done. I haven't, like I say, it's been a couple of weeks, but I haven't really decided what to put in each drawer, especially these smaller drawers on the top. I keep changing my mind, putting things in and out. So at the moment, let's have a look. All the tools that come with various power tools to get things on and off. Allen keys, a few other bits and pieces. Spanners, rulers, a couple of other bits and pieces. Pliers, etc. This one, well, receipts at the moment, and something for an upcoming project, some money. Down the bottom I'm a little bit more organised. Well, this one doesn't look it. So this is all my impact drills and related paraphernalia. And then I've got all my ToolPRO 18v stuff in that drawer. And then we have a drawer full of routing stuff. It's all just stuff for a router. Bottom, all more accessories for tools. At the very bottom, all the big tools that I can't fit in any other drawer. So, there she is. I've got one complaint about this unit, and it's this. Take note. Okay, it's a minor complaint I know, but as you can see these have shifted 3 to 4 inches just in half a dozen drawer closes. So yeah, that little jolt there shimmies things forward. Apart from that, I'm liking it, and hopefully it brings me many years of happy use, and I'm sure you'll see it in the background of plenty of videos over the coming years. Okay, thanks for watching guys. That's a ToolPRO Edge 36-inch tool cabinet, top and bottom. There is also another top that's slightly different to this one, which has no drawers and has a pegboard on the inside. The whole top lifts up and there's a couple of shelves in the back, a little magnet area for putting bits on, and a wooden top inside, which is quite a good looking unit. Anyway, until the next one, have a good one, and don't forget to check these out on the Super Cheap Auto website. There'll be a link down below.